This is the first day of the Artemis Fowl Writer's Room. Who here, by the show of hands, has read these books? No one. Oh, okay. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JBuck Studios, your home for reviews, reactions, and ridiculousness. Anyways, though, there's a brand new movie on the streaming platform Disney+. Yes, there's a brand new movie on the platform, and it's the one and only Artemis Fowl. A 12-year-old genius soon finds himself in an epic battle against powerful underground fairies who may be behind his father's disappearance. So is this new YA movie that hit the Disney Plus platform that was supposed to hit theatrically a must-see? Let's find out. But before I get into my thoughts, let me know what you guys thought of Artemis Fowl, or if you're a big fan of the YA novels growing up. Now let's get into some of the good. Go to the next part. So yeah, Artemis Fowl falls into the vein of, I feel like Disney always has one of these movies every single year. Tomorrowland, A Wrinkle in Time, and now Artemis Fowl, where it has this source material, or it has this YA novel type feel that they completely butcher or take out what makes it special. They don't understand this at all, because this whole Artemis Fowl, again, I didn't grow up reading the books that much. I was aware of them, I had read a handful of chapters, but I wasn't into them like some of the other people out there. But this movie just feels like it is a complete shell, if not only using the name of Artemis Fowl to somehow put together a movie, because this movie is just so unwatchable. I don't know what they did to this movie. So originally, I think it was like an hour and 55 minutes theatrically. Now it is only an hour and like 30 minutes. So God knows what they took out. Who knows what they added in. But it is just a combination of voiceovers giving you exposition. Like the first 15 minutes and then sparingly throughout this movie is just Josh Gad's character giving us exposition, giving us voiceovers, explaining what is happening instead of showing us what's happening, instead of giving us context clues or like watching the characters go through this. Who the hell is Artemis Fowl? We don't know, because it's just a voiceover explaining who Artemis Fowl is. I know we're trying to cut some of the script back, but this whole page is voiceover. And characters that come into the mix where they're just like, boom, here's a character, here's another character, and you don't exactly even get what the characters' motivations are or what they're doing. Why are they in this movie? For example, you know, you get Artemis Fowl and his butler, but then you get the niece of the butler. Throughout the movie, I completely forgot this was even a character. They just kind of keep popping up, and they're there in these scenes. So it's supposed to be this great lore of this teenage, preteen criminal mastermind, and we barely scratch the surface. There's barely any of that actual lore or intrigue or interestingness around the character or around the world until the very end. Like, honestly, this movie feels like a complete setup, complete prequel, kind of like almost a proof of concept getting into a much bigger world. Like, I was sitting there and I'm like, they decided to make this movie and end it just like Dracula Untold, where apparently it's setting up this grander world of this big dark universe and everything, and this completely falls flat. I have no idea what Disney was doing here. We're gonna leave them with a big cliffhanger, you know, like 2014's Dracula Untold, big cliffhanger like that. Yeah, it was supposed to start the dark universe, but you know, it's just everything about this movie. There was dodgy CGI, I'll let that one pass, but the poor writing, dialogue, structure, all of this comes together in this just very convenient type story where a person runs into a problem and they just write something in to completely get past it. How do we get them out of this? Can you write in a magic blocker? But then when the characters are talking to one another, it is just drowning black. Like, I'm sorry, but there's not much inflection. And again, maybe it falls on the fact that we're dealing with children actors. I mean, I wouldn't say that they're awful, but it just doesn't feel like there's much emotion coming from this emotionless character. And the dialogue that they are delivering, like, why am I interested in this movie, this lore, the characters, the things that are happening. Like, why do I want to watch this? Give me a reason to watch this movie. Give me one reason to stay here. I don't know, Disney, I guess you throw a bunch of monies out there, you acquire these properties, and just there isn't love and care, or I would love to know kind of what happened behind the scenes for this movie, because again, this falls in the vein of Tomorrowland, A Wrinkle in Time, something that potentially had potential, and just completely falls apart at the end. Overall, Artemis Fowl feels right at home on Disney+, adding to the pile of just not great content over there, with it featuring no redeeming qualities at all, and being a train wreck of dialogue, CGI, unmotivated characters with motivations that don't add up, a story that is just all over the place. Like, this is a movie, Artemis Fowl, I'm sorry if you grew up with this and loved this, because this is one I would stay far away from. Cannot recommend this at all. This is a bad movie. In closing, I'm going to give Artemis Fowl 0.5 out of 5 YA novels. So what did you guys think of Artemis Fowl if you've seen this movie and sadly have the story to tell? I want to know in the comments down below. Anyways, though, as always, thank you so much for watching. Watch some more videos up there or right over there. You know, brand new content every single week here on the JBuck Studios channel. Hopefully later today, I will finally have my review of The Five Bloods on Netflix. Things came up yesterday. Follow all of my social media down there. Like this video, subscribe to the JBuck Studios channel, and until next time, we'll see you later.